we are centered. That worked. Okay.
Yes.
Welcome to the Barrel Roll NewsCast.
NewsCast.
For November 25th.
25th of 2011.
25 is an interesting number today, isn't it, Tony?
It is a very interesting number. There's a lot of things happening on the 25th.
There is.
How many things happened on the 25th?
One that I know of.
I know a few things. I'm this one.
I'm gonna keep it secret for now. But,
okay, we'll see what happens.
So this is... It's 10.
It's 10.
That's what we decided on. So
it's 10, guys.
As simple as that. I'm saving that for news because it's news this week instead of just a shout out. So.
Yep.
What are you playing, Tony? Huh?
We're playing something similar.
We are actually. That's what I was gonna say. I thought about that today. I'm like, we should honestly just go. What are we playing? The same game, and then talk about it for a while.
That's really all I've been playing, honestly.
So
other than a healthy dosage of weekly TF2 and
which you do, yes,
and DC Online.
Yeah.
But Zelda
Skyward Sword
has been released on Sunday.
Yes.
And
you got it before I did.
Yes, I did.
But now I'm ahead of you because you've been doing schoolwork. So.
I've been doing schoolwork and things.
Yep.
Future Shop failed to ship me a steel case, so I'm gonna be like angry. That's whatever. I'm just gonna return it anyways. I was gonna return it anyways.
Those jerks.
Yeah. Anyways, so it's a good game.
I am thoroughly enjoying that game.
I was very good.
I knew there was gonna be a lot of story in this one. There is a lot of story in this one.
They learned a lot from, not just like past Zelda games, but games in general.
Just games, yeah.
Like, there's a lot of visual improvements.
Yep.
That you can see, like, dash button. That's...
Yeah, dash!
Something I don't know how I could have played Zelda without
and
dash.
Honestly, because they've added a stamina bar for...
everything.
Like when you're climbing and stuff.
Yeah.
So you actually have to, like, get around a gap quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not like you just shuffle along anymore. You actually have, you sit there with your Wiimote, like, go, man, go, 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 go. And the Wii, the remote, because we got the special gold remote. That Wii Motion Plus thing,
it works.
Oh, man.
They knew what they're doing.
Because I've used it in one game before, and I'm like, yeah, this is...
Well,
it feels the same.
Well, the problem is they had, like, the 2 games when it came out, and then...
Yeah.
I think Red Steel might have had it.
Red Steel had it. Oh, there's games that have it. Like, there's a lot of games that, if you have one, it's like, if you have it, all the better. If you don't, well, okay,
no, this is the first game. This is one of the few
first games where you need it. So, yeah. And it says it on the box. It's like, required.
I think it won't even let you boot the game. Well, it'll boot it and it'll kick you to the menu where you can't do it.
And then the menu says, which one do you want to use? Wii Motion Plus with like an actual like plug-in Wii Motion Plus, or your fancy controller with the built-in Wii Motion Plus?
It's the same though, isn't it?
It's the same.
It's the same. It doesn't. There's no.
There's just instructions on how to put the
I have
rubber
both.
on.
I have both.
I do too.
The condom.
Yeah, the rubber. It's a much more decent societal way
for your
controller, so that your controller doesn't penetrate the TV.
Next, about Zelda, there's it looks good.
It looks gorgeous.
It's so colorful.
They took Wind Waker and they matured it.
Mm-hmm. They took what they learned in Wind Waker and Twilight Princess.
Yeah, and they kind of
put it into a blender. Will it blend? It didn't, but it blended into something awesome.
Yeah, and like you kill an enemy and you still get that cloud that you got in Wind Waker. That it's like this little kind of like skull. That
I'm glad they kept the finishing move.
Yeah,
that was satisfying in Twilight Princess.
Yeah, you knock a guy down and it feels good with the Wii too. Whoo!
Yeah, because this is the first Wii game that I'm actually not exhausted, but like a bit tired using.
Oh, because you're actually getting into it. I'm not, because I'm playing it quite late, so I'm...
Well, it's cool when you're running around, like, you could run around with a sword in front of you, but he just looks like a dumbass.
Yeah, but then you just press the one button and he goes away.
Or you just put the remote like this and he actually looks cool. He's like
or you put it down to the side so it looks like he's kind of dragging it up so he can just kind of come up.
Ninja Link.
I know. Oh, that game is so good. And the story is just so good.
It's really solid.
And you get the new Navi I like.
I actually don't like her.
She drives me nuts at times, but...
Because it's all like, yes, master, I will do this. Would you mean this, master? Okay, I will go back into your sword.
She has a lot of statistics, though.
Yeah,
I find there's probably an 80% chance that this is what you're looking for, and I'm like...
There's a 95% chance that Zelda is in there.
And I'm like, but that is what I'm looking for. I know it's what I'm looking for. Stop talking to me, woman.
I like how there's a separate option of how long have you been playing this.
Yeah.
It's like, you've been playing this for 6 hours.
Oh, no.
Oh.
That's where that English class went.
Oh, that's why that essay was not done.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and there's... And her options are kind of cool, though. I like that. Like, you press the button, she comes up, and she's like, what do you want to know? And you're like, well, I just need like
There's
just to know about the area that I'm in, or you can actually go like, what am I actually doing? If you haven't, like games where you don't play for a while, you can actually get lost and go, oh.
There's a recap of like if if you're not haven't played in a little bit.
Yeah, and you talk to her and she's like,
although
this is exactly what you're doing.
I find her hint system a little bit
broken.
Not needed.
Yes.
The hint system is pretty much a description of the area.
Yeah. She had one really good one. Right off the bat, I pressed it and she's like, "There's something funky going on down at this pumpkin bar thing," and I'm like, "Oh man, that's gonna be awesome." She's gonna point me towards all the little side quests. That was it.
Yeah, if there's one thing I'd have to say that needs improvement.
You want the
I want a quest log.
Want a quest log.
That makes sense. I mean, it worked great in Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
And I find it really confusing sometimes when there's no quest log, especially for a game like Zelda, where there's like every second person gives you a quest.
Yeah. And this one, there's I think more order to the way they give quests.
It's not too bad.
It's not too bad. I like flying.
The flying works extremely well. Although I don't understand why my guy just kind of not explodes, but kind of struggles in the air for some reason, and he's like.
Because you haven't flapped in a while, so he needs some.
Yeah.
Needs some long.
I figured that, but it doesn't make sense for me.
I know. Well, honestly, all you have to do is point down, and he starts going and then pops back up. So.
Ignore me.
That's fine.
I don't know. It looks really. That's the main thing. It's just it looks absolutely stunning.
And the story, I was kind of worried when they were kind of like, we're kind of sending Link to high school, and I'm like, I wasn't worried. I was intrigued.
I didn't even know they said that. It just felt.
I had
natural.
heard that there was going to be a high school drama-y type thing, and then I stopped reading because I'm like, I don't want to know. But they worked out that dynamic so well. It's a mature.
It didn't feel.
You kind of get there's parts. There's a quest that I did where one guy likes this girl, but she likes another guy.
Oh.
And they're all too embarrassed to kind of tell each other. And you're like, oh, it's so cute. And then there's the guy who likes Zelda, and you like Zelda, obviously.
Oh, right, that dude.
So there's
that's just comedy, though.
But there's that going. They did a mature high school drama, as opposed to these. Dude, I am on so many drugs right now, and I think my girlfriend's pregnant. Not that kind of 90210 drama.
I need more rupees for this drug.
Yeah, it's the love triangles and that you get with all the hormones that come. It's like a really good Spider-Man comic, where you get all those hormones racing around, and everybody's just like, I like this person, I like this person, I like this person. So,
I will have to say though, the most probably unoriginal portion of the game though, when they're teaching you how to fly.
When you have to chase down the snitch thing?
The Quidditch?
Yeah.
When you're playing Quidditch in the beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah, you play Quidditch in the beginning, guys.
Pretty much.
In the first 10 minutes.
I wish they'd actually have more stuff when in the air you could actually
like a sport. They could make that into a
minigame.
If they're gonna, you know what? Just make it into Quidditch. Just do that. It's fine.
Yeah, give us a sport that we can play on our bird, and maybe it's coming. Who knows?
Yeah.
So, controls are cool. I like the controls. They seem pretty tight.
You have to get used to the whole rolling thing. So.
Yep.
Everything.
And you have to remember that you can roll things.
Yeah, because
because we've both run into that issue, where you're like, how am I going to get this thing over there? You're trying to lob 800 bombs across this thing, and then all of a sudden you're like, wait, and you roll it, and it's just right where it needs to go, and you're like, I forgot I could do that.
Yeah, exactly. So
but
a lot of dynamics.
It's a new mechanic.
A lot of new dynamical.
And there's some items that you'll remember, and some items that you won't, because I have them all now, unless my wheel gets bigger.
There's a lot of items.
They're fun to control.
I like the shield stuff too.
The shield stuff is cool. Yeah, the little pouches, so it's you can kind of equip yourself with stuff you think you'll need.
You can totally play with 5 shields.
I have 3. On me at all times.
I've got 2. Because your shield actually has a health meter now.
Yeah, it takes durability damage if you block wrong.
Yep. I like the new potion system too.
Yep. I haven't really played around with it, but
the new potion system is what happens is buy your regular potions that heals your health and your shields and stuff like that. But then you can also buff the potions, which is really kind of fun. Instead of healing 4 hearts, heals 8 hearts or stuff like that.
All you need to do is find reagents, and then you can upgrade your items. So your bug net gets bigger, or your slingshot has a longer range and better capacity.
It's pretty much the crafting system.
Yeah, and it's awesome because you actually have to go around with a bug catching net. I had to catch birds.
That doesn't make any sense.
I needed their feathers. So I had to catch birds. They are tough to catch.
I can imagine. I have trouble catching some of the other bugs, but also I have the first level net.
So do I. I still haven't upgraded my net. So I'm just creeping up on birds because I needed to upgrade my shield. So I'm like, I need bird feathers. and they fly away, and I'm like...
You would think they would leave feathers for you to catch.
You think like all you have to do is scare birds, and they'd like leave feathers around, but no, you have to catch them. So either way, that is...
Wait until Peter gets a hold of that.
Catching birds.
I'll show you a video later with that.
Well, I got to that. It's the other game I've been playing. I picked it up yesterday, and I'm literally like 20 minutes in. Battlefield 3.
I hear that's good. It looks good.
It looks good. It feels good.
It's what a good modern first-person shooter should be.
Yeah,
that's what I've been hearing.
From just I don't know. There's like a weight to the gun that I haven't gotten in other first-person shooters, and like I get like futuristic games, Gears of War, Halo, that kind of stuff, where you don't really feel the weight of the gun because they're in super suits, or the guys from Gears of War, have 800 tons of muscle on their arm anyway, so like they're not really straining. But this game actually feel like Modern Warfare. You're not a super soldier. You're just you.
You know what I think?
And I don't feel this like reaction from my gun that I think I should, but I feel it in Battlefield 3, and I'm not sure. Maybe it's just the way that people react when you shoot them. Like I don't know what it is.
You know what I think it is? It's not so much as the gun stuff, but the way that they use the first-person shoot, the first-person stuff. Because like, I could jump around obstacles all day in that game.
Yeah.
The way that you leap over things, it's so satisfying. I could do that all day long.
I don't know.
I did it all day in the beta.
Yeah, there's just something about it, and I got to the part where PETA was complaining because you are forced to stab a rat, and they got offensive about that. So, and that's the point where I got to, and I'm like, hey, a rat, and I'm like, I'm not gonna kill it, and then he bit my finger and gave me away, and I got shot. So you have to stab it.
Oh boy, it's a rat.
So I'm like it's a virtual rat.
There's a billion other ones out there.
Like in real life, I would not stab a rat.
Well, it depends on what situation then.
Okay, yes. If it's between me and the rat, like if the rat bites me, like and I get shot because of it, I'm stabbing the rat.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But in all honesty, I'm picking up the rat and tossing him backwards and continually crawling along my path.
See, you're better than me. I just use the rat as a weapon.
I don't think that would be very effective. You have a knife with you.
I'll put the rat on the knife.
That would make the knife less effective. You could start kebabbing.
The rat. Hey, +1 to confuse.
So because I bought the Xbox version because I know more people on Xbox and I like my controller. So it comes with 2 discs. One's multiplayer, one's not.
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Sorry, that happens.
Yeah, that happens. And I just installed them both, so it's really not that big a deal. It took up 15 gigs on my Xbox, but
that's a lot of gigs.
I have a huge Xbox.
You have to remember, one of those is
one of them's my texture packs.
Yep.
Yeah.
The set optional texture pack for your Xbox.
That you have to be online to get. So if you're not, guess what? Haha.
It's so weird.
Yeah. So I've enjoyed the first 10 minutes.
And
honestly, this is the best I've ever done in a first-person shooter. Like I suck at first-person shooters, and I haven't played multiplayer yet, where I know I'm gonna get my butt kicked. But single-player wise, I'm doing well. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is. I feel like I'm doing really well in this game. So you're beeping.
I'm beeping.
I don't know what it's something about this game. It's making me feel better about myself.
Well, when you're crawling, it's like you see the hand.
You actually see your hand. Like,
that's so cool.
And, I'm at this point now where I'm crawling and there's just debris because there's been an earthquake. And I was watching because I'm like, I'm going to watch this because I have a feeling. And your hand actually, like, if there's the ground that is unlevel, your one hand, like, it's not just like other games where your hand just does this and it's kind of floating. This one actually, like, goes down and, like, goes onto the path. It's the Frostbite engine. That thing is nuts.
I can't wait till they do other things with it.
Well, Need for Speed The Run is apparently running on Frostbite.
Running on the Frostbite.
Hi-oh!
And
either way, that's all I've been playing. Zelda and Desert Bus. I've been playing Desert Bus.
Yeah, Desert Bus. That's a game.
It is a game. It's an app. You can buy it.
We had
it going for like an hour the other day.
Yeah. They went for 150.
Yeah. I know, but
I played Uncharted 3 multiplayer.
Oh, did you? How did you enjoy that?
I got a lot of headshots on me. People are crazy good in that game, like every other multiplayer game.
Yeah, I know. That's why I like multiplayer.
I got it just so I could get the trophy.
Oh yeah.
What I really was doing, I was playing co-op with my friend.
Oh, that's cool.
And that was actually a lot of fun, because it's not just regular, single player co-op. They rewrote the story with assets from 1, 2, and 3.
Oh.
So There's Uncharted 1 levels in there where it's like, we gotta get to that box, and there's 3 people. And then, just survive and shoot dudes as they come.
Huh.
It is also, the multiplayers, the models are actually lower quality.
But usually that happens because
but it was
otherwise
your
machine starts to chug and the internet starts to hate you.
But for Uncharted anyways, that's a pretty stark jump.
Yeah.
Because single player, that game is outstanding, right?
Yeah.
But the multiplayer, it's fun because they actually rewrote a lot of the lines for all the characters.
Oh, cool.
So it's an actual independent storyline, like for 5 missions. So it's like, I don't know, they have to find this gem or something, I don't know. But we only got to the 3rd mission and then we got destroyed.
Oh.
we ran out of lives because you can spawn like 15 times.
Well, I'm looking forward to multiplayer on Battlefield. Because I did play the beta.
Now, I'm just really concerned because matchmaking hasn't done up to what it's supposed to be. Because matchmaking, I'm still getting matched with level 50 players and stuff like that.
Oh, I know.
It's so terrible.
But, I don't know. Well, at least their program's working the way it's supposed to. And I didn't have to pay extra.
Mm-hmm.
Like another one we'll talk about today. No, I'm looking forward to it. And the single-player campaign has me excited about playing multiplayer.
I just want to play the single-player campaign. Which
is also good, so far. And, oh man, okay. First, level, a building falls on you.
Was that from the trailer?
Looks so gorgeous!
It's like, look at this building fall on you.
First you have to shoot out a sniper with, a bazooka. Yeah, so you... And half this hotel explodes, and you're just like, and it looks gorgeous. And then you get to this other part, and there's an earthquake, and a building starts falling, and you're like, that's headed oh no.
That's really close. I need to play that.
So that Frostbite engine is just nuts. So hopefully it'll become the next, Unreal Engine.
Hopefully. It looks like it's going to be really difficult to manage, though.
I don't know.
Because every time...
If Need for Speed can do it, anybody can.
Yeah, that's true. It's Need for Speed. Other than that...
That's all I've been playing.
I don't think I've played anything else. Oh, Chrono Cross, but that's a good game. That's always been a good game.
You're happy about that.
I'm very excited for it. I'll get Super Mario 3 Land eventually.
Oh yes, and I've been playing that. I beat it. If you
read
read my review, and I said it could be longer, I have to amend that, and I'm going to on Tuesday when I write my next review. I'm going to do a quick amendment, because you beat the game, and there's double the game.
I'm okay with that.
You beat World 8, and they're like, by the way, here's another 8 worlds. Have
okay
fun.
with that.
And me too, I was ecstatic. I'm like, score. I thought the extra levels would be here's, 8 extra levels. They're like, no. And the special levels are all challenges. So, some of them start you have 30 seconds to get through the level. And you have to pick up, the 10-second blocks as you keep going.
Oh, so the time blocks actually start making sense.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
So all of a sudden you're like, oh my god. And then sometimes you have to sit there and go, okay, and it's a split-second decision. Getting that time block actually give me any more time, or will it take me 10 seconds to get the extra 10 seconds? Mm-hmm. So you actually end up, not going for some, and you have to, speed run through the level. And they did it for a dungeon, where you actually have to fight Bowser at the end. They're like, you start this level with 30 seconds, and I'm like...
Too bad.
I had 40 seconds to get past Bowser at the end, and I'm like,
Too bad.
I used up all my items.
Oh, wow.
I was Baby Mario by the time I made it. I was
Mario by the time I made it. That sounds really
end.
challenging.
I'm like, it's nerve-wracking, because you're not expecting it, because they don't tell you before you go in the level. You go in the level, and they're like, by the way, 30 seconds on the clock, go!
Well, I guess that makes up for a lack of multiplayer. Just challenge.
Challenged, yeah. And not all of them are challenges. Some of them are just harder levels. But every once in a while, they're like, by the way, boom!
You're getting chased by something.
And if you have the street pass, there's some levels where a ghost starts chasing you, and if the person beat the level faster than you did.
Oh, now I'm excited.
So there's ghost runs.
I think I know what I'm doing this weekend. I hate you.
There's ghost runs.
So.
And if they play on the same card as you, same thing happens, because it shows your best time and.
That makes sense.
Your best time, my best time, and
Well, I only
guy at school that we tracked for ages, whose name I can't remember. Squish. So Squish's best times. So I'm excited.
I'll get it eventually.
And yeah, I mean it's not.
I might do the whole GameStop thing with the pins.
Oh yeah.
And return. I'm sorry, I'm not interested in Mario Kart 7.
Okay.
Okay, so
shall we get to the news?
News.
Desert Bus finished. It ended last night.
This morning.
This morning for us.
It'll be last night for them.
Technically.
1 hour behind us.
Yeah. We were up till like 1:30. They were up till 12:30. Yeah. Well, and they had a party afterwards too. But
I'm really surprised they didn't just be like, "Okay, I'm gonna go sleep."
Apparently everybody. But I mean, they were so jazzed. I think by the end of it. Mm-hmm. So, and honestly, they had all slept except the one last guy who had driven for 12 hours, Bill. Mm. So, either way, they drove for 150 hours and they raised $378,690.
That's a lot of dollars.
And 1 cent.
I didn't do the 1 cent. I gave him 20.
So, it was fun.
They had a lot of fun doing it.
I thoroughly enjoyed watching that. And I gave them a lot. I gave them, more money than I actually intended to give them.
I didn't do as much.
And it was funny because they're getting to the end and they're like, "Come on, guys, donate money." And I'm in the chat going like, "I've given you everything I have. Like, you have replaced Nintendo as the person that takes my money.
You've given.
Congrats." So they had picture contests that cost you nothing.
Everything.
They had $5 challenges that cost you $5, and it was all going to such a great charity.
It was like $2 challenges.
Yeah, there was like $2.97 challenges or something dumb like that. I'm just like, oh, you guys rock so much. And Notch was there, and Yahtzee was not there. They were talking.
And if you like Felicia Day, she was there.
Yeah, and she gave away some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Like, people were just giving stuff away. I'm just like...
How many times did they sweeten the pot? Like,
sweeten the pig.
Sweeten the pig. They sweeten the pig like a lot of times.
So cool.
What was that one dude? It was like, if this goes over $5,000, I will cook you bacon.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's just like something really friggin' weird.
There was one guy who wrote a book, and he owns a DeLorean, and if someone spent X amount of dollars on his next book tour, he'd stop in your town and take you for a ride in his DeLorean. And he actually apparently has the flux capacitor in his DeLorean. He got it.
Why not?
He got it built in.
If I got a DeLorean, I wouldn't drive it until I had it in there.
And that's essentially what he said.
Safety first.
What he said too.
Safety first.
So congrats to you guys at Desert Bus. Loading Ready Run, all of you guys.
See you guys next time, same time next year?
51 weeks till the next one.
Same time next year?
I can't wait. So, and we're hoping we can send you guys something if you're watching this at all or something.
We heart you.
Because we love you guys so much. So
yes.
Graham started tearing up during his thank yous at the end, and I was fighting back a tear because I'm like, I have watched you guys now for on and off for the last 6 days.
6 days. I remember the moment when they passed the year 4. I watched them do that, and they're like, "We did it!" And then
everybody cheers, and I'm sitting here like, yeah! I'm cheering with them. It literally felt like, and someone said it on there too, and I'm not sure when they said it, but it was like having a giant party and having the internet over to your house.
I don't think I saw that chat amount of viewers rather. I don't think I saw it less than 2,000.
No.
Or even less than 1,005.
And I mean, I was up late. Because I'm playing Zelda, watching this, and yeah, it was always up there. Mm. And they had such a cool setup this year. I'm stoked for next year.
Let's see what happens. The only bad thing they have to look forward to is the top this year.
Yes, they're gonna have to plan for another day of driving, because this is just gonna get bigger.
Yep.
And honestly, at the point where they hit $500,000 a year, that's a good charity every year.
Because I think the first year
you don't have to aim higher. They made 20,000, I think, the first.
Yeah, they only wanted to make 5.
They only wanted to make 5,000. They did 20. So I mean, it's and it's for such a great cause.
And it's such a bad game.
I downloaded the app too, so
maybe one of these days I'll get it next year. I didn't want to waste because I picked up Minecraft, not the full game, the free version.
The free version. Well, apparently he's adding survival mode.
Good. That's good.
Eventually, they're working on it because Notch was calling in and chatting constantly during my Desert Bus 2, so that was great. I was so excited about that because Notch calls in and just starts talking, and it's like, yeah, we're in Vegas, it's all good, blah 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 blah, yada yada yada. And so Tony, before we get off this topic, what is your opinion on Star Trek erotic fanfiction?
I don't like Star Trek. Ask me about Star Wars.
Okay, so replace Star Trek with Star Wars. What is your opinion on erotic Star Wars fan fiction?
I'll show her my lightsaber.
Hi-oh! And we don't have a fact.
Sorry.
So, I was kind of hoping if...
I have facts. I just... Nothing can... I will be in the middle of this podcast and it'll come to me.
You'll have a fact?
Yeah, I have useless facts.
Excellent. Well, so we all do. But,
Oh, Twinkies never used to be the cream flavor that they are now.
Oh.
They used to be banana flavored.
Well, then I couldn't eat them.
Oh yeah, that's right, you're banana. But that's good for you.
It is good for me.
They stopped doing it during World War II. Because they...
Lack of bananas?
They couldn't import bananas anymore.
There's a fact.
There you go.
See, someone owes us $5.
Don't do it.
No, don't. Because then we just have to send it to Loading Ready Run. So, and I'm sure they've got enough on their plate as it is, so... Anywho, what else do we have gaming news-wise? I've got
a few things we can touch on.
Sure. You go.
Okay, we'll start off a little bit mild here.
Okay.
Trine 2, the ever long in development Trine 2, is going cross-platform for Mac and PC, and hopefully for the consoles whenever that happens. Because, Steam can do it with Portal 2. I think that's good. I like the first game. It was like a good puzzle sort of, I was going to say World of Warcrafty, but...
I can't say I've ever played it. So.
It's pretty much a side-scroller physics puzzle magic game.
Cool.
One person plays ranger, it's a 3-player game. One person plays ranger, one person plays wizard, and the other a soldier.
3 heroes. Online co-op.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty.
Yeah, and it looks really good. It kind of reminds me of Braid and Limbo. Well, I guess not Limbo, because Limbo only had 2 colors, but it looks like Braid.
Cool.
It's very colorful. If you haven't played it, I think Trine 1 might be even on sale right now on Steam.
It's Black Friday. They're on a ton of sale.
Yeah. That's I guess it's a side story. Black Friday, guys. Everything is on sale.
We don't celebrate it here because
we do.
We kind of do, but not really.
I can still go on the Steam store-powered store.
Oh, we can do online Black Friday stuff, but like our stores don't go crazy because we celebrate metric Thanksgiving.
Sorry, guys.
So, all you imperialist type folk, not our bag.
Mm-hmm. So Trine 2. It looks fantastic. Even the first game was really cool.
Cool.
So, look for that coming eventually. They haven't really said anything, but cross-platform play is always a plus in everything, so.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, somehow Desert Bus has now raised more money.
That doesn't surprise me.
They're still at 1 cent, though.
Someone should just do it. Just give them the penny.
So, and the poster for this year was nice, too. It's another topic, and it's really expensive because shipping is $20.
That's what happens when you sell things on the internet.
We live right next door to them.
I know.
Province-wise, we don't actually. Loading Ready Run is not just right next door, because then we would not be here. I'd be over there all the time with food.
No, they would turn you away.
They would not.
They did. They ended up turning that guy away.
What? With food?
Yeah.
Well, that's because the guy told them to order like 800 pizzas, so they literally sent 8 bajillion pizzas to the guys, like to the Loading Ready Run moon base. So it's like
moon base.
This is something we kind of touched on last week, but not with this company. And once again, we can complain about it.
I like complaining about things that I don't like.
So, SquareEnix wants a new Final Fantasy game. Now, people are writing this funny on the internet. They're saying every year.
Yes.
That is not what the quote said. The guy from SquareEnix would like to push out a game every 12 to 18 months.
They should, but as far as original games go, they should do that.
So...
who knows? But at the
because
rate
they don't want people to lose interest in Final Fantasy, and that's what they figured, is the longer you spend between games, the less interest people have, which I do not think is the case.
No,
and that's what I wanted to bring up this week, because we kind of talked about it last week, where these people are just trying to be like, here's a new game every year. These guys are they're saying they want to do it because people won't lose interest in their game as much. It's Final Fantasy. You make a kick-butt looking game.
How many of them have you made? Like,
Yeah.
Over 15.
Yeah.
Not including your numbered ones, right? So no, it's not like no one's gonna suddenly tomorrow morning forget that you're making Final Fantasy.
Yeah, you make a really good-looking game with some cool game mechanics. No one's gonna care how long it took you.
Exactly. Spend the time to write the story.
Make a good game. People will come. You don't have to like.
You just Wayne's World it.
I know.
Wow.
Dude.
You make a good game. We're not putting that in there.
But yeah, that's what caught me is that was their reason for wanting to. So
I don't understand why they wouldn't want to do that.
A new Final Fantasy game every 2 years?
I think that even that's too soon.
For Final Fantasy, that's too soon.
Even Final Fantasy should be made every 5 years, I think. No, I'm sorry. And as far they need to take a break for starters.
Yes,
and plus, Final Fantasy is a story-heavy game.
Oh yeah,
look how long it took.
Time, man.
Look how long it took Metal Gear Solid 4 to come out.
Yeah. Well, those cinematics don't take 5 seconds to do.
Or record or anything.
These videos take an entire night to go through. I can't imagine actually digitally animating the two of us to talk for the amount of time that we talk.
And not to mention you're hiring voice actors.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of work that goes. Take your time, make it good.
Exactly.
So, chill out, Square Enix. Although I do like that it wasn't just we want to pump one out every year. It was, I would like to pump one out, more often. Maybe every 2 years. And I'm like, at least they're not sitting there going, we'd like to do it so we can make money. Because essentially that's what everybody else is doing.
Don't stick a 2 at the end of it, please. I'm tired of that.
Yeah, we're okay with you numbering stuff, Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's fine. You start adding those -2s at the end, people get finicky.
Well, if you look at the stats on it, Final Fantasy 13 when it came on the Xbox came on 3 discs.
Yep.
And on the 1 disc on the PlayStation 3.
Right.
13.2 is coming on 1 disc for both systems. So you gotta think where they made the compromise.
They found new technology?
No.
Yeah.
Although, speaking of technology, on a side note, Square Enix has decided to I don't know if they're officially dropping their White engine, but they've picked up the Unreal Engine for their future games. Which I don't know why they did that. Because why would you put money into a different engine?
Developer.
Especially when the White engine is
I was going to say, especially when you have your own engine.
And works perfectly fine.
It's not like these new companies that come out where they're like, hey, we need an engine, let's go shopping around. Unreal's the best, cheapest one we can find.
I'm not saying it may be inexpensive or something. I don't know, but
I think in the gaming world, it's the best bang for your buck.
Yeah.
Because everybody uses Unreal.
Yeah,
I really hope people start using Frostbite.
Frostbite looks great, but I don't know why Square Enix would not drop their White engine, but use it for future games. It doesn't make sense.
Well, unless they're starting to do different games, I don't know.
Action games
from Square Enix.
The bouncer didn't work out for them. Why would they? That was a great game. It was not too bad. It's just not good.
Lies, all the lies. Okay, what else do you have?
As you may have heard, Call of Duty Elite service has been going through some rough waters. Giving people free month of the service, stuff like that. Now they're saying that it's about 90% sure that they're getting it working.
Just for the consoles.
And for the consoles. No PCs yet. Yet.
It might not come out on the PC.
Yet. But, because they have all this extra time, they decided to make a mobile app for Call of Duty Elite. Not only are you paying for more service, you're paying for an app that's probably going to be
broken
and $6.99 or whatever amount. It's not probably. I
would hope if you had the app
or the service, you have access.
Or if you have the service, the app would be free, and then you'd log in with your stuff. Because if they're going to charge you for the app,
they will charge. Ridiculous. They're going to charge you for the app. Activision.
World of Warcraft already does it. You have to pay an extra $2 a month, and you can use their mobile app.
Okay, yeah, it's settled. It's going to be $5.
But I will point this out: the mobile app for Warcraft, you can auction stuff off. You can guild chat with it. You can actually.
If it's a dynamic app for Elite, and if in another universe I was actually super excited for Call of Duty,
right?
I would probably maybe be interested in it. But the fact that they want to make a mobile app for this service that's
already not working,
and B, something you can already do, like, free, by using your own eyes.
For everybody that does want to know, and Call of Duty Elite, I know it gets you maps, and I know it gets you that kind of stuff. But if you're just using it to track your stats and stuff, there are websites that do that.
There's probably like 5 other websites that can do it.
And there's one that actually sends me emails that I will get, and I will post a link one day on the site and actually point you guys in that direction.
I'll put in the link to the description of this video or something.
Because it literally has all the maps already built into the site, and you just like put little pinpricks. Like if you're really that hardcore that you need maps to tell you where you die all the time, you can do it yourself, and then you can. That's a whole like level of immersion that you're like putting yourself into.
And I'm sorry, Halo did it great. I saw the stuff for Halo.
And free.
Waypoint was awesome.
Like I can log on to the Bungie website and the Halo website and that whole.
You can see where you died the most.
And I can see where I die, and I can see what weapons I use, and I can see like my achievements and all that stuff.
What do you die most to? Do you get sniped the most?
Probably.
Well,
I don't know. I run in.
Call of Duty, you would probably die a lot with snipers, just because.
Battlefield, I'm gonna die a lot with just everything, but I don't know. Halo, I run in and hit people a lot, so a lot of my deaths are melee because I'm in one of those like charging matches where we both have the assault rifle, and we both like smoke each other and both die.
Oh, okay.
That happens a lot to me in Halo. I'm bad at first-person shooters. Do not berate me for it. I know I'm bad.
That's okay. I'm decent. I'm like 6 out of 10.
Unless
it's Team Fortress 2.
I'm okay on.
I'm awesome.
I'm okay on a computer. So
if it's TF2, I'm amazing. So mobile app, I don't know. Whenever they finish, get your service running first.
Yeah, concentrate on that.
Like the fact that
we even know that. So, and we don't even have an app. We kind of
honestly. So I don't think a dying service, not dying service. It just hit its millionth user actually.
Wow.
1 million people have signed up for Call of Duty Elite.
Okay, our website works. Our website always works.
Yeah. I don't think there's...
Guaranteed.
One of these days, it's going to be amazing than Call of Duty Elite. I'm sorry.
Like, we're already running at a better, like, frame rate than... Yeah, efficiency than Call of Duty Elite. Why do we not have 1 million people that follow us?
How do you not get Call of Duty Elite to work?
I don't know. You think that's one of those services you'd have nailed right out of the bat, or at least.
That's why they had the beta. They had a beta for every platform.
So like.
And PC.
Or at least that they're going, okay, Call of Duty is coming out.
I don't know if it was beta for PC, but
like Call of Duty's coming out, right? So announce that, and then go. We're working on a service that's going to be a charged service.
Yeah.
It might not come out with the game.
We're working on it.
We're working on it.
There's going to be a private beta. And
yes.
they did have it. I was in it.
I know.
I didn't have Call of Duty a game to play it with, but I was in it. maybe they had a bunch of people skew the results, but
I don't know, because that's just messed up.
I mean, it's only followed by the worst other beta out there. I won't get into the game.
Is it in relation to the company we were just talking about before? Or?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
So.
And, okay, something else we've talked about in past newscasts. Silent Hill, the HD collection. As Tony has pointed out on multiple occasions, the voice work. We've talked about it not being there, being re-recorded, not being re-recorded, all that fun stuff.
What is it? What's in its...
It has been re-recorded, but they still have the old audio. So now, when you buy the game in Silent Hill, in the only Silent Hill 2, in the HD collection, you have the choice of old or new audio.
Wasting space. They could have totally put it Silent Hill 1 with all the extra space that the new audio takes up. I'm serious.
You think they would have, but
that's a smart thing to do.
Either way, there you go. So there's that option for you. If you want to play with the old audio but the HD graphics,
maybe there's a trophy for that.
Maybe.
That'd be cool. Play with the old audio.
I wish, and I'm not. They haven't said how it exactly works, but I would really like it if it were like the Halo anniversary game, where you can just press the button and it switches on and off and on and off and on and off and on and off. Because I'd be like,
sorry, I don't want to hear junk though.
I'd be listening and I'd be like, ha 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 ha. It would make the game that much more exciting.
Or terrible.
Or terrifying.
Now, prospectively, what kind of terrifying are we talking about? Now, is it actual, legitimate Silent Hill terrifying?
No. The schizophrenic kind, where you're not sure if things are actually happening or not. So.
Oh, that happens in Silent Hill, Shattered Memories.
Yes.
Which I actually also read something about Shattered Memories, too.
Ooh.
They were writing it and doing it. And then they lost money.
No.
So, was it Climax or something? I don't remember what the studio was doing. But they had plans on doing it.
Maybe on the Wii U?
Maybe. No, the company is gone.
Well, but
they lost money on. That's gone. Then all the people are gone.
That's fine.
Which makes me very upset.
Just get the Alan Wake people over.
Yeah, it's pretty much Alan Wake. But before Alan Wake.
But before Alan Wake.
But after it, because Alan Wake was announced before. I don't know what came.
We're using a flat. It's like Pixar movies when they're like, we're doing a movie about fish, and then DreamWorks is like, we're doing a movie about fish. So
it's a race to get that out first. Except Alan Wake always lost.
Unfortunately, it was such a good game.
Both were great.
Both were good games.
I still regard Silent Hill as one of the best third-party games on the Wii.
It was a great game. Yeah, well, nothing beats the first-party games on the Wii. So.
Obviously, but as far as third-party goes.
But yeah, so you have your choice. So we've been talking about this for ages, and now they're just being like, well, you can have either one.
I'll give you extra money for the old ones or the new ones not to be on there. Not waste. That will probably make, because you're probably getting. Are you gonna get it or not?
I'm gonna wait on that one, but I will eventually get it. And but that one I'll probably get for my PlayStation.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say if you get it on the Xbox, that might be the make or break decision of putting it on one disc or two.
No, I think. I like how people were complaining that they left stuff out of Metal Gear Solid HD Collection because of the Xbox 360 version.
They didn't leave anything out.
Apparently they left something out of Metal Gear Solid 3, and people were like, it's because it's because of the Xbox 360, and they're like, they already split that onto so many discs.
I'll play it eventually, and I will let you know if there's any differences. As far as the only difference is, there's no online.
Right.
That's the only difference.
Yeah.
But Snake versus Monkey's in there, I think. Maybe.
I think that's what people were complaining that wasn't in the game.
Okay, I could see that not being on the Xbox because Ape Escape is a PlayStation brand.
Right. And the rules are when you make a game that's cross-platform on release, everything that's on the PlayStation disc has to be on the Xbox 360 disc. So I think that's the reason.
Okay.
So it's not disc. People were like, it's disc space, and people are like, no, it's licensing issues and that kind of stuff.
That would make sense then.
So, but who knows? DLC is always open.
No, Ape Escape will never be up on the Xbox though.
No, but not for the Xbox.
Oh,
but like for the if PlayStation people, like if they really wanted to, they could.
Escape stuff,
yeah, they could throw it because after the game is released, the companies can do whatever they want on either system.
It's true.
The game on the disc just has to be the same.
Let's be honest though. Will Kojima spend that time to do that?
No.
He's busy like
Metal Gear Solid 12.
He in his rocket ship making Snake live for some reason.
Yeah.
We talked about it last week.
Yes, we did. And we're going to talk about it a little this week.
Yeah.
So you keep going, and then we'll segue back into Metal Gear Solid.
Okay. EB Games, in Canada anyways,
yes,
have decided, or in an internal memo, has said that they are going to be dropping used game sales, or used game areas. Now this is the part about this story that really grinded my gear. I don't care if you guys drop your used games or not.
Yep. Keep talking.
I don't care if you drop your used games, but apparently in the internal memo, the way they're gonna make the transition is to relabel everything as new.
Oh, is that what you read? I didn't read that, but that sounds.
And then put the new used games on the top of the new ones.
That I knew they were gonna do. Yes, they were gonna put the used games on top of the new ones. It's gonna be like.
But then label them as new.
See, that I didn't hear, but that is a bad move.
But now this is all rumor because this story hasn't even fully been confirmed yet.
Right.
There's been like another person who works at EB Games that says that's not happening, but there's a picture of an email that says it is happening. So who knows what they're gonna be doing?
It's gonna be guys. It's gonna be like going shopping for produce or anything like that. The fresh stuff is always at the bottom.
That doesn't matter. When I go to EB Games, I'm gonna ask for the ones that aren't opened.
Yeah. So.
I'm sorry. I don't want to buy the cereal that some 5-year-old has put their grubby hands.
Essentially, video game shopping is going to become like grocery shopping. You're gonna have to actually sit there and check the box and all that fun stuff.
That's okay, because I've more than once occasion spent food money on a video game, so.
It's all the same now. Oh, my book's way over there.
So, what thoughts about? I don't think that's. I don't know. I don't really buy used games anyways.
Their stores could be smaller.
But then where are they gonna put all their Guitar Hero bundles? I mean,
one on top of the other.
I mean, Rock Band bundles, as they're not used anymore.
All run on top of the other. I don't know. That I think as long as they're still labeled used, like as long as you can still tell the difference, then
I don't.
Then you're okay. Then I'm okay with it.
When they start like repackaging the game with the manual and then like with the vacuum seal, it's just like no.
Like if they're trying to trick me, and I mean I don't buy games at EB Games anyways, unless I'm buying used games, which I don't do all that often.
I don't buy used games all unless they're like $1. Then
well, because I used to buy them when I was younger and in high school and didn't have that much money, so don't yell at me. I know about used game sales and publishers and all that stuff, and I've written an article about this, so you can read it. But I used to buy games, and you'd go in and you could get like 3 games for $60 used. Now you go in there and you look, and the used game is $5 cheaper than the brand new copy. And then now all these people are putting in these. It's like Battlefield 3. My online pass was in there. So if I go to EB, Batman. If I go into EB Games, buy a game for $5 off because it's used, I have to spend $10 to activate online stuff. So essentially, you're spending an extra $5. Just if you're gonna sell something used, make it worth it.
I think I told you the story about Rock Band used.
Yes.
I don't think I told you on the podcast. No. What happened was, this is when Rock Band 1 first came out, and it was like, really hard to find in shelves. So I was at Future Shop, and I already had my copy, but I was, looking around for other things. I think it was like 100 and 120 or something like that. But they actually had an open copy. You can buy it, and Future Shop was really nice. If there's an open copy, they'll have the, their price, and then it'll have like, you saved this much money.
Yep.
No, an open box was like $19.75 or something like that, and it said you saved 25 cents, and it was right next to a box that was unopened.
Brand new, yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if I should get the used one.
That has been touched by people. That made me giggle. I don't know. Used games, I still dig them.
It really depends on what game it is and how much it is.
Yes.
So,
like I said, if they because the $20 games are all in those bins now, and they're all like Xbox games. They're like, we're selling these for $20, and I'm like, these are worth 2 cents now. Half the Xboxes can't play them.
I could go on Kijiji and Craigslist and get the game for cheaper, or like get a bundle of them for the same price.
Make the games that are coming out now cheaper. Like if I'm trading in a game and you're giving me $5 like store credit for it and selling it for $50, there's something wrong.
Which, you know what? Okay, so I guess another big thing to bring up is EB Games going to keep taking in trade-ins though? Because that's where they get all the used games from.
I would assume they.
I hope so.
Of course they still take them.
I don't.
They'll just be like, it's like their recycling program.
So they're just going to put this whole no more used game thing is just a label for we're just going to sell things for higher money.
Yes.
That's quite possibly the dirtiest thing I've heard all week. And I go to school.
So, no, I don't know.
That's so weird.
That boggles me. Used game stuff always boggles me, though.
I don't remember the last time I bought a used game.
Blockbuster.
Oh, Blockbuster sales then. Yeah.
When they were closing.
Yeah, the pile of games.
Yeah, I don't know the last time I've actually gone to an EB Games and bought a used game though, or a GameStop or bought a used game.
Yeah, no, me neither.
Because like I said, usually when I've gone in there, I'm like, oh, I kind of want this game. Maybe I'll see if I can get it cheaper because I'm low on funds this month or whatever. And it's if you guys visit the site enough, I review a lot of games. So,
cheap movies and video games.
Cheap movies and games are always a good thing. And I go in there and I'm like, oh man, I really want to try this one. Maybe I can find it on sale. Like, previously played. And once again, it's like $5 cheaper than the other one. And I'm like, well, this is useless. I'll just buy the new one. And then I end up going to a different store to do it.
Oh, I remember the one exception I did for that, actually. When I bought when the used game was just as much as the new one.
Okay.
Was a really, really rare game.
Okay.
I think it was Persona, no. 4. It was Shin Megami Tensei something or other, whatever.
Yeah.
There's like a billion whatever title. But it was like $45, but you couldn't find that game, and it was still relatively available.
But see, that's okay.
It's one of those rare games that I needed to own.
And that makes sense. But when you actually go to the store and they have them right next to each other.
Yeah, they didn't have it next to each other.
Yeah, like that's what gets me.
Battlefield 3 for $60.
Yeah.
And the new one for $55.
What?
And the code has been used.
The code is gone.
And the code is $10. So.
Spend $5 more.
No, yeah, you're paying more to play the game.
Yeah. Okay, story from last week that we talked about. Kojima was talking about Metal Gear Solid, upcoming PlayStation magazine in the UK.
So I guess there was something lost in the translation in that.
Well, no, we talked about Metal Gear Solid 5.
But it wasn't the fact that he was working on it.
Well, there's some...
I don't think he's actually working on it.
I'm getting to that. So, he has said that Metal Gear Solid 5 has to be made. That was the quote. Has to be made. But Kojima doesn't actually want to just be as involved as he was in previous Metal Gear games. Like 1 and 2. 4, he started the game off and then tried to hand it off. And he's like... Things didn't work out all that well in that transition because they lost sight of some stuff that he had in his mind. So his plan for number 5 is to have other people start it, and he'll finish it. So that is
I don't understand how that would work.
That is his upcoming plan.
He's so busy with other things right now.
I know, but...
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
So this would give him the opportunity to finish some other stuff.
Because he's working on Project Ogre.
Yeah.
Zone of the Enders, HD, and something else, I think.
But I think the guy just literally eats food and works on games. So,
he doesn't sleep.
No, he doesn't.
He's like a robot.
He's a Metal Gear. No, so I thought this was an actually good.
That's actually a good way to do it because he's busy.
And he's the guy who should be the one finalizing the game that he pretty much created.
Worst case scenario, if what they made in the beginning of when they started developing the game, he can scrap all of it.
Yeah, and
worst case scenario,
fix it. So
instead of them ruining what he had. As a side note, though, Metal Gear Rising.
Yes.
They finally dropped the director on it.
That is right. That
was a good one, and they replaced him with if. In the world of Metal Gear Solid, in my opinion, there are 2 directors. There's Hideo Kojima.
Yep.
He makes Metal Gear Solid.
Yep.
And okay, I'm gonna butcher his name. Kenichiro Imaizumi, and he created Portable Ops. Yes. He created Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops and Metal Gear Acid. They used him to put on the Metal Gear Rising. And Metal Gear Acid, like I said before, is a fantastic game.
Yep.
And if he's behind it, I'm all for it. So, I'm back on the Rising board. I'm back on Metal Gear Solid Rising, guys. I'm excited.
I'm excited for that. Excited for that game. So.
But the fact that they were kind of... Maybe they saw what happened in Final Fantasy XIV. And said...
No, fix.
But this guy, he knows what he's doing.
Yep, get him in there.
Because when they were doing Peace Walker and Portable Ops, Imaizumi and Kojima worked really close together.
Yeah.
So... He knows what Metal Gear is like.
Exactly, so that's good to have.
Him and the art director is really good.
Yeah. What other stories do you have?
We've got more Square news.
More Square Enix. Oh,
SquareEnix.
Yes.
If you don't already own Chrono Trigger
on all of your devices,
anything, the next platform it is hitting is the iOS store.
Yep, and then they're working on the Android one apparently.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It said that they're reportedly working on the Android.
Now, Chrono Trigger, I'm sorry. I love it to death.
I do.
It's an amazing game, but you're milking your franchise. It's gonna come out at $16.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be expensive.
Okay, so if it's $16, and this is just the iPhone app that they've just announced.
Yes.
If it's $16 and it's a full screen iPad version, that's not bad because it's a huge screen and you can poke things on it. That's probably not bad, but they haven't even announced an iPad version.
No.
Although all iOS or iPhone games do run on iPad, just not fancy looking.
But I mean, it's a Super Nintendo game, so really, how fancy looking does it have to get?
They might have to redraw sprites.
Maybe.
Or making widescreen. I don't know what it goes to upscale iPad games or iPhone games to iPad. But that's just another thing. Another platform you can.
Get Chrono Trigger.
I don't think there's anything you can't play it on now. You can play it on anything other than an Xbox.
Yeah, pretty much. Because I have the DS game.
Yep, DS.
can get it off the PlayStation Store, can't you?
Yes, yeah. It's the PlayStation 1 version, so it actually has cutscenes.
Cutscenes, yeah. And that transfers over to your Vita, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So
the Vita will have it.
You've been able to get it on your computer for a really long time. You just don't give SquareEnix money when you do that.
No, give them money if it's a decent game.
Oh yeah, give them money.
Just don't give them $16 for an iPhone version.
Yeah,
or whatever it is.
Go buy the 3DS version, or not the 3DS. Go buy the DS version.
The DS version is the definitive version.
Yeah,
it really is.
Well, they added the bestiary thing and all that.
The touchscreen controls work really well.
Yeah, I like that version.
Yeah, the only console you can't get it on is the Xbox.
Yeah,
that surprises me actually.
Well, they're warming up to SquareEnix slowly. Xbox, Microsoft.
And you could get your achievement points in Chrono Trigger.
I have so many achievement points.
I don't know. Playing Metal Gear Solid 2 with trophies really inspired me to play that game again. Because that's what was missing.
I like achievements. I'm not a hardcore achievement guy. Like I'm one of my friends is big. Like he will literally play a game 800 times to get all the achievements. You know who you are. And I can't do that personally. But
I need to do that for Uncharted 3 when I get the chance.
And but he does. He gets all the trophies in all his PlayStation games. So
yeah, but what's your favorite series? I'm not asking what your favorite child is, but but what's one game that you time and time again, right?
I was gonna say that I guess Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
I've played those over and over again.
So if you were given the opportunity, say on the Wii U, if you have achievements or whatever it is, we want to do. If you have the opportunity to play Link to the Past with recognition points,
I do it.
Exactly.
I'd play it again without them, but achievement. I like achievements. I'm just not heavy into getting like all of them.
But I would totally get them all. I know some of the ones for Metal Gear Solid 2 are downright insane.
Yeah, but
because
impossible.
But no, it's almost impossible.
Oh, I know. Some of them are nuts.
Like I've done it. I've already done it once on the PS2. I don't want to do it again. But the fact that
you can do it,
I don't want to get all the 5,000 dog tags.
They're a pain.
They were a pain on the PS2.
I'll be right back, folks. But you keep talking about achievements.
Achievements it revitalizes them. I mean, I'm really excited to play Metal Gear Solid 3 with trophies. I mean, I'm not excited to get all of the plants. That's kind of weird. But it feels good to have the ding after you've done something in a game that you loved. Because I think I can't count on my hands how many times I've played Metal Gear Solid 2 or 3. So, but having that trophy, whatever, pop up whenever you do something story related, it's just so satisfying. Remakes always are weird like that, and I'm sure people were all over that when the Ico or the Ico collection or the Shadow of the Colossus and Ico came out. I can't remember what it was called. Whatever that collection is, that had trophies and trophies, not achievements. Didn't appear on the PlayStation or Xbox. Sorry, but that's kind of cool. Yeah, the Chrono Trigger on the iOS store. If you're super interested in that still, I mean, if you haven't played it yet, I don't know who. How many people do you think have not played Chrono Trigger?
How many people haven't played Chrono Trigger?
Yeah.
I don't know. Most people I know, like who game? I mean, gamers, gaming type people.
All the gamers I've talked to have. At least one point in time. Maybe they've not finished it, but they've played a good chunk of it and said, yeah, that's good. That game's awesome. But
the one game that is that people haven't played that I know, Earthbound. Well, it's a hard game to find, but
it's also one of those games that's highly sought after as well.
Yeah. But no, Chrono Trigger, everybody I know has played Chrono Trigger.
Exactly, right? Yeah. So
Chrono Cross people haven't played, which apparently they should. Tony loves it, so. But Chrono Trigger, no, most people have played, so honestly
it's maybe they're trying to open up to the casual audience. Because the problem when you port a game like that to an iOS game, especially in the iPhone, there's no like standby mode for that kind of game. The save points aren't designed. It's not designed for mobile gaming. No. Whereas if it's like on the DS, or on the PSP, you just hit the standby and you can go do your class or whatever. Yeah. But on the phone, anyways.
On the phone, it's tough because you gotta actually.
Do you recode it? Do you put like a quick save?
They're not.
So.
They said it's the Super Nintendo game with like 8 different languages.
That's so weird.
So you can play it in German.
That doesn't change the fact that it's like a weird save system.
No. Well, it's not a weird save.
It's not weird. It's just not.
It's just not built for mobile.
Yeah, it's not optimized for it.
So either way,
I'm not gonna buy it. I have it like 3 times.
I was gonna say I already own it enough. I'm good.
So, what do you got?
I have comic book news.
I like comics.
As do I.
We're done. I think we're done with video game stuff. So unless you have one more.
No, I got nothing else for video.
Okay, yeah.
I got.
It's a little thin for movie things, guys.
I got the my comic book thing and the Netflix thing, and then I'm done. So and you can have the Netflix thing if you don't have anything. So
no, I'm empty.
Okay. Marvel Comics. This is anybody who reads comics religiously. Fantastic Four. 10 months ago, they killed Johnny Storm.
Mm-hmm.
He got teleported into a alternate dimension and died. Apparently. Either way, I'm not really spoiling things because if you're a hardcore Fantastic Four fan, issue 600 you will probably have already read.
Mm-hmm.
But they're bringing Johnny Storm back. After only 10 months of being dead.
Now, I don't read comic books religiously, but how long does it take for them to return the character once they've killed him off?
Usually more than 10 months. Like, Cap was dead when they killed Captain America. He was dead long enough that people actually thought he'd stay dead.
Mm-hmm.
When they killed off the Human Torch, people are like, they'll bring him back. It's not a big deal. They'll bring him back. 10 months later, people are still going, it's not a big deal. They'll bring him back. Like, at least give it a couple years, and then all of a sudden Johnny Storm pops out of a wormhole somewhere and returns back to the right dimension. So, but the Fantastic Four, they said, because they've become the Frontier Force or something like that now.
Oh.
So they're no longer the Fantastic Four.
Weird.
They are the Invisible Woman, Mr. Fantastic, the Thing, and a special guest star every kind of comic. So, like, Spider-Man will dress up in a Fantastic Four-y type outfit that they changed. They're in white now, apparently. And,
so they're ugly?
They're pretty cool looking. They're different look. They're odd. But no, so apparently that's going to keep going, and then they're going to slowly, I think, transition, I think they're slowly going to transition Johnny Storm back into it. That's the comic, that right there, number 600.
600.
So
is this Fantastic Four line? Is that part of the Ultimate line?
Nope, this is part of the 616 line. So that
I just want to see this. I just want to see.
It's got Spider-Man on the cover.
Wow. Okay, that's kind of neat.
It's a pretty cool costume.
I like the Spider-Man costume.
Yeah, I know.
That's a really neat costume.
So they're still the Fantastic Four, but in the comics they're not. So
weird.
And apparently it's going to take a while for Johnny Storm to work his way back into the whole thing. I don't know why, because his sister is the Invisible Woman. So you think she'd be happy to see him and not like, oh my god, you're alive. We don't want you on the team.
Once more, blah blah blah.
So.
Now it's gonna be like a one frame. It's like he's there for some reason.
I don't know.
I don't know how comics usually do it. That's how I would do it, but.
They try not to anymore because then people call them out on that. They go like, you really cheapened his death and his resurrection. Like, Cap's return was big. When Captain America came back, it was like, it wasn't just like, we decided that him going away was not a good idea. It was planned the entire time. So they knew how he was going to come back, and they knew all that kind of stuff. And they were trying to send a message to America kind of thing through comic books, that America had died. The American dream had died. And so Captain America died, and then all of a sudden they got a new president, and Captain America came back. But I'm not going to read too much into it.
And Obama was in the comics.
And then they did the Obama comic, yeah. So no, I just think that this cheapens his death, bringing him back this quick.
6 or 10 months.
Yeah, like, and don't, if you're gonna bring him back this quick, don't say he's gonna die.
Well, what about Spider-Man then? Because I know
they kill him off.
Yeah, but the Ultimate version, anyways. Not Ultimate version.
Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah, Ultimate one died, but they. As soon as that happened, they almost revealed the next one.
They did. They brought in a new Spider-Man.
Like, within...
Yeah, so they haven't been able to... Uh-oh. Pause. Hello, we're still filming. Yes. So no, they
yeah.
No, they killed off Peter Parker. And they had a big funeral thing for it. Like, it was a 6-comic issue of his
it was big.
funeral.
It was a Spider-Man. Come on.
So, but Spider-Man's died in the comics.
It's like the death of Superman. Almost.
Yeah, and Spider-Man died in the 616 universe, the regular universe, but they brought him back like the next day.
That was weird.
Weird. It worked out. Like, it's not like they made this big deal about Spider-Man dying, only to bring him back like in 3 weeks. So, I don't know. I think this just cheapens Johnny Storm's death.
Well, how did he die? Like,
I think he fell through a wormhole into like hell.
Did he like sacrifice himself?
I think so.
Okay.
I think essentially that was the whole shtick.
Okay, so that's probably, it's not like I lost my footing.
Yeah.
And for some reason I couldn't fly through because I'm the Human Torch.
Yeah, I think they sent him to like a fiery hell place, and I'm like.
But he would be okay with that, if they.
So that's what I mean. People have been speculating that he's going to be alive for all this time. Like it still hasn't sunk in that Johnny Storm's not coming back. Like literally, if you get an issue a month, they've had 10 issues without him.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Less than a year.
Yeah.
So
cheapens his death, in my opinion. Don't like it. Keep him
now, unless he comes back as like a different person.
Maybe.
Like
maybe
I'm gonna be the evil Torch or something like that.
Maybe.
Ooh, that would be neat.
See.
Classic comic book plot twist.
Yep.
Called it.
Anywho. You have.
Star Wars.
Oh yes.
Star Wars. If you go on the internet and look up, what is it called? Star Wars Identities.
Yes.
Now, this is just tooting our own horn here because we live in the same city.
Yes,
that is doing it. One of 2 cities that this Star Wars exhibit, and that's just like a huge thing. It's not just like a little booth on the side. They're literally taking over the world's the Tellus
World of Science.
Tellus World of Science,
or as we like to call it, the Space and Science Center.
Space and Science Center. They're taking over that entire place to just show everything about Star Wars. Not just how lightsabers work, but how the philosophy works. Then the world government of the world of Star Wars in the universe of Star Wars. One of 2 cities, Montreal and Edmonton. So I've already decided to go there the first day and just stay.
Yeah, Tony's not coming out till he's a full-fledged Jedi.
Yeah, they might. They have Jedi training courses. Oh man.
They have them at Disneyland.
Man, October cannot come sooner. So soon.
And then it'll always be time for Desert Bus again.
Oh man, I'm a Jedi and a desert busser. 2012 is gonna be crazy busy.
No, that's exciting. That's gonna be fun.
Oh, I'm excited because it's Star Wars, and not Star Trek. I'm sorry. If this had been Star Trek, I would have been like.
Do you think we can go there and ask them what they think about the fan fiction
of Star Wars?
Of either.
Star Wars cross Star Trek erotic fan fiction.
fiction.
Oh man, that's busting your bubbles there, guys.
Where like Picard and Qui-Gon Jinn get it on. Make it happen.
I don't even want to think about that. So that's huge. I'm very excited for that.
Me too. That'll be fun.
Oh man.
And we won't be able to film anything.
No.
But we can go and
we'll probably be on the outside. Be like, we're here.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, we got this.
Yeah.
I've got 5 lightsabers. How many you got? 4. Yeah, let's do this.
Yeah. So yeah, we when that comes, and I mean this is another like year away. Folks,
yeah. Well,
when it comes, we will go.
I will. You can buy tickets for it right now.
Yeah.
For some reason.
So we're gonna go. And we're gonna check this thing out,
man.
and we'll write something or film something or just dedicate like
something will happen.
Yeah, we'll do like a special like
week
in the middle of the week podcast just for
special edition.
Yeah, just the hey
Star Wars edition. What do you?
I can add some like extra creatures behind us. And
we don't need to. If there's already some hanging around in the Space and Science Center lobby, we'll just do that.
I can go buy that little Wookiee that I saw at Best Buy yesterday. It was so cute.
I can actually punch Jar Jar Binks in the face.
New Facebook profile.
Yes.
Baby movie news.
Baby news?
Baby.
Get it? Because it's babies.
Netflix has another service coming up. Don't worry.
It's actually decent.
It's not Quickster. It's not going to separate anything. On the Wii, you can go to a special menu that is just for kids.
So cartoons,
Barney's, edutainment, as they like to call it these days. Or you can throw back, in Canada at least, to our cool cartoons, Spider-Man and X-Men.
Spider-Man actually is on the American.
It's on. I know they're on both.
Oh. So. Just awesome cartoons. Yeah. Because we were a kid.
Yeah.
Waiting for.
You can make noise.
It's fine.
We don't mind.
We love noise.
Yeah.
We practically are noise.
Essentially, we are. My dad's here, so. There's chili in the pot. Yeah. Now you know what we're having for dinner.
Spoilers. Wait, what?
Now I have to throw this whole thing out. No, and it's on the PC as well. If you're watching on your computer.
Probably won't be on the Xbox or PlayStation. Or phones.
Probably not. It's a cool little
Maybe
feature.
on the iPod Touch, because they always market that for just kids and stuff like that. So
it's actually the most wanted Christmas gift this year for kids between 8 and 12 years old.
iPod Touches?
iPads.
iPads?
Yep.
Wow, those are expensive.
I'm sitting there going, man, I wanted a Tickle Me Elmo, and those were expensive.
Those things went for like hundreds of bucks.
And Tickle Me Elmos really weren't that expensive in the store.
No, it was just lining up.
Like, I remember asking for like a creepy... When I was a kid, Christmas came and you were asking for like the $40 gift, because for you that was like insane. Like, oh man, that Transformer is like this big and like this wide, but he costs $50. Mom, Dad, could you please get that for me? Now they're like, can you get me an iPad? And I'm like, what?
As a kid, I wanted a proton pack from Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Like, that's what I mean. Man, kids these days. They say I'm spoiled because I'm an only child, but holy lord. I got a creepy crawler set for Christmas and was ecstatic.
I got G.I. Joe for Christmas.
Yeah. Oh man, that year that I got the Power Rangers Zord, the original one, so happy.
Wicked.
This kid was like the happiest kid on Christmas. So, but
no. The N64 kid was probably the happiest kid on Christmas.
I didn't get an N64 for Christmas. I got a Super Nintendo for Christmas.
No, I'm saying the N64 kid was more excited.
For
Christmas.
Yeah, well.
Yes!
Better than that kid whose dad was in his box.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard that joke?
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
That was bad.
That. Oh, poor dad.
Don't get your kid an iPad.
Don't. Get him something fun.
I'm not saying an iPad's not fun, but it's just not designed for kids.
Yeah, get him a 3D.
No, don't get him a 3DS. Get him a DS. No. Get him a board game.
Get him a lightsaber.
Lightsabers.
Creepy crawlers. They're still around.
Yeah.
Get him toys. Get him things.
Legos. My Little Pony for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. My Little Pony. I'm not saying I endorse My Little Pony.
Because we don't.
No.
We endorse making fun of My Little Pony.
That's a new thing going on Facebook, eh?
Yeah.
Like, make your pony. It's like that.
Which pony are you?
No. They make their own pony avatars.
Oh yes.
It's just like how South Park was big with that, and that was cool though. The South Park stuff was cool.
South Park was cool.
Like,
I'm still not a South Park fan, but I don't want to be a pony.
I don't want to be a.
Maybe they should do that for Care Bears. I could totally be.
I'd be a Care Bear.
Someone make it happen. Man, I'm telling people to make a lot of stuff happen today.
Do it.
Do it.
The internet powers activate.
Yeah. No, it's a cool Netflix thing.
I like that.
And it's cool because then a parent can actually like, and I mean a parent wouldn't do this.
Now I don't know. Does Netflix have
parental
guidance stuff?
I think so.
Okay, that's good then.
Because that's what I was just gonna say. Because any smart kid knows that the password is gonna be like 1111. Because parents don't know how to set up the parental stuff half the time.
Admin.
Our generation will, but still there are parents out there that are like, how do you change the clock on the VCR?
What time is it at your place?
Yeah.
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock. 12 o'clock. So, parental wise, it's not that great, but at least it gives you a shortcut straight to anything that a kid can watch, which is cool. I like it.
Not can watch, safe.
Exactly, like safe to watch for kids. So you're not sitting there going like, is this cartoon like, when we were younger.
Why are you watching Van Wilder?
Well, when we were younger, even Ren and Stimpy was a pretty adult cartoon.
It still is.
But that's what I mean. So like, if you're on Netflix and you have no idea what Ren and Stimpy is, but it looks like a cartoon, you're like, oh, Ren and Stimpy, done.
Exactly.
All of a sudden you're like, oh, my kid should not be watching this. My kid should not be watching this.
Especially with like Family Guy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Family Guy. Well, maybe it's on the American one, but not on the Canada one, anyways.
But there's a lot of cartoons out there that are not
Robot Chicken.
they're not meant for kids.
It looks like it's meant for kids.
But it's not.
It really isn't.
It's meant for us who are really big kids.
You can take the humor.
But yeah, it's a cool service, and as long as they don't start charging extra for it, I think they'll be fine.
Oh gosh.
You never
know.
You never know.
There's no reason to charge extra for that.
Maybe they'll start calling it Kidster, and you'll have to pay an extra $8 a month.
There's no reason why they can't.
There was no reason to.
They already filter my movie things. There's no reason to.
No, I know. So.
It's just neat.
Yep.
It's just very good. Don't extra money.
That's all I got.
That's all I got. I'm tapped.
Okay then, the site this week.
So what did we
do
do
this week?
Monday.
Because we're not going over and beyond what we did last week. Your Sunday afternoon time waster. We'll do that first because that was last week. Sunday.
Link to the Future. It is a mashup.
It is hilarious.
It's fantastic if you've never seen it yet.
Yes.
It is. In 5 minutes, it explains the Zelda timeline.
But you have to watch it a lot if you really want to understand.
Yeah, and you gotta slow it down.
A lot. Maybe take some screen captures.
Yes. And apparently you're fighting on a platform, fighting a giant hand.
They mix super spat. It's hilarious.
Anything Zelda and Link has touched.
It's a hilarious video.
It's great.
Then we went on to our question of the week. And this one I got at school because we were talking about Pokemon. I don't know why, because we do.
Pokemon's, why can you know?
And so we asked, which starter Pokemon is your favorite?
This has probably not the most successful, but the most impactful one, I think.
I think people were really like
gung-ho.
Yeah, and tight race.
Very tight.
One vote.
Squirtle.
Squirtle comes out on top.
I'm sorry, yeah. I'm sorry, T-Pig. I love you so much, but...
And,
I think he got one vote.
No?
I'm voting for him right now.
I'm gonna go vote for him now, because I can vote twice.
Kruger.
Then you'll put him up there with the other honorable mentions. So Squirtle came in first. Mm-hmm. Charmander came in second, which I'm totally cool with, because I like Charmander.
Cool.
Yep.
I'm surprised not as many people voted for Bulbasaur. I'm honestly not. I'm really surprised, because he's a really popular one, too.
I never liked him.
I liked him, but I'm just surprised no one else liked him either.
I don't know. I don't know. So, Squirtle came in at 21 votes. Charmander came in at 20. Bulbasaur came in at 6.
That's stunning.
So you can tell who the favorites really were.
That is absolutely stunning.
Now, do you think that has something to do with red and blue?
Yes. Easily.
So.
Easily. No one knew about Bulbasaur unless you played the Japanese one.
Yeah, and poor little Pikachu couldn't even beat Cyndaquil. So.
Refresh the page.
Refresh your question, because I want my answer to be in there.
Yay!
So, honorable mention in number 4 is Cyndaquil, because it actually got 4 votes.
Cyndaquil.
And then, lower down with 1 vote, you got Mudkip, Chikorita, Pikachu, and T-Pig.
Yay, T-Pig! He's so cute. He's so cute.
So, I giggled to see that the first 3 answers were the original 3 Pokemon.
OG.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised. Well, thank you for not double voting or adding Pokemon that don't belong.
Yes.
Much appreciation.
Apparently my warning helped. I'm moderating this week. And people were, because I asked people at school, and they're like, I liked that fox thing that blew fire, and I'm like, no,
that's not a Pokemon.
Not a starting Pokemon. Vulpix was a wolf that breathed fire.
I was thinking of Ponyta.
And there's Ponyta, also not a starter. So people were all like, and it's like, no, not a starter, no.
Oh, level 80 Rapidash, pretty awesome.
So, Tuesday I reviewed 2 games.
1.5.
Really?
Not
even.
1.2 games. 1.2 games.
I reviewed Minecraft, because it is official. It's a game.
1.0 now.
It's a game.
It's a thing. If you haven't played it yet. If you're one of you.
Yeah, if you're the one person that hasn't, go play it. Honestly, we've been playing Minecraft for a long time now.
Yeah, everyone has.
Everybody has. So if you haven't bought it yet, go and buy it. Mm-hmm. Honestly, like I said in my review, do you like Lego? Do you like zombies?
I love all those things.
Are you human?
I love cake. I love cake too.
You can make cake in the game.
I love cake. I'm done. This.
If you're a human being, go buy Minecraft, because honestly, creative mode is great for people who just want to build stuff.
Exactly. You don't have to worry about zombies or
It's
night.
virtual Lego. It's awesome. You can start your own server, play with your friends. You can build like a massive, like there's someone who built the big castle city from Oblivion. Like they actually started a project, and they're like, I'm starting a server. Anybody who is like willing to bring stuff into this server, like let's go.
I've seen two actually major projects. The first one was the recreation of the USS Enterprise.
Yep.
It's an actual 1-to-1 scale replica of the USS Enterprise, which, like, you can actually go inside and there's corridors and that's. I heard the story about a year and a half ago. I caught up with about, I guess, come September, and it was actually nearly completed, and it floored me how much detail there is. And it actually says USS Enterprise and stuff like that. But you can see go into the bridge. Weird. The other big Minecraft project that is finally completed is a 1-to-1 replica of the world.
Yes.
Which is, if you want to download the files for that, I think it's like 2 gigs or something. 2 or 3 gigs.
And the game is open to mods, so you can change, like if you're bored with stuff, you can actually like put new skins on, you can add, like some guy added planes, so you can actually like build a plane, like craft a plane and fly. Like they've added so much stuff that's so cool and so much stuff that you can do that the game is endless, and for I think it's $40 now.
Is it really?
Retail.
Oh wow.
Like
darn.
It's still cheap. For what you can do with that game, it's still cheap.
But that's such a stark change, seeing as how you probably played 10. I paid 15.
I don't know.
Because you bought it in alpha, right?
Yeah.
I bought it in beta.
Yeah. And then now full release. I think it's $40, but honestly, it's
$40 seems a lot, a big jump for him.
It might be 30.
I think I would almost.
And I mean, it's notched, so you never know. It could still be $15.
Minecraft.com.
No, Minecraft.net.
I would almost say it's $20. Buy now.
There you go, $30.
$26.95.
So after tax, you're looking at
$30.
So $30.
So yeah, no, that's fine.
Go buy it. The next game I reviewed was Desert Bus, and it is on.
You need to review that.
You don't. It's on your iOS and it's on your Android. Go get it.
And if you can find it, it's also existing.
Yes, there's a Flash game.
Flash versions of it.
Go buy it. All the money goes to Desert Bus, which we have talked about, and we can never talk enough about. And it is the game with gyro controls.
So kind of breaky.
Because you can just kind of tilt the phone enough and you stay in a straight line. But you still have to play for 8 hours and you can't pause.
You can hit the horn button.
And yeah, there's the horn button, or you can tap on the glass and it actually makes noise. So, yeah, and then Hump Day Humor, I didn't do an extra Hump Day Humor because I spent enough time looking for that picture of a bus that's headed to hell.
Mine did.
And tagged it with Desert Bus.
Desert Bus.
Wanted to get attention over to them, so. And then Thursday we did Dick.
Yep.
And Friday today, you reviewed Super.
I reviewed Super, the amazing superhero game, because you're all heroes out there for donating to Desert Bus.
Yay!
Oh, taglines. But it's a great movie. It's got everyone in it almost. And it made like $5. So you gotta go support it somehow. I don't know if you can anymore.
Your captain's in it.
Yeah.
Nathan
And Kevin Bacon. And Liv Tyler, Ellen Page.
Done.
One more person. Rainn Wilson. So.
Done.
It's a good movie.
I already bought it. So.
I bought it too.
Ah.
And I know I forced a couple people to buy it. You can thank me later.
There you go. And otherwise,
nothing
else this week. So, because we've been desert bussing.
So.
Cool.
Any last comments?
No.
No. Okay.
Oh yes. I hinted at it before.
No, you didn't.
I did. I've hinted at it a couple times.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you didn't.
It's his birthday.
Ah.
Ha!
Crap.
I'm not going to tell you how old he is. But just remember that 25 is a very important number today.
Yes, because it's the 25th. I don't know what you're talking about.
Just remember that. It might mean more than you think. Anywho, happy birthday to Tony.
Thank you.
And I'm done.
I'm done.
Okay.
I'll get random about it open. So,
bye,
see you next week.
Yes, next week. One more time.
One more time.
Too bad.
Oh.
Too bad.
No.
Yes.
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 No.
Okay, before we get to the news,
Something real quick.
I'm gonna go do some. I'm gonna go.
I can do that if you want.
No, that's okay. I'll go do it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's your day.
It's my day.
Hi-oh.
Why is it my day?
Because it's the 25th.
You're gonna have to explain this to me. You know, 25 years, I don't understand what you're talking about. I never understood what you talked about, like, last year, either. Hold on. Uno momentos. Because things happening. We are, experiencing some white noise. I think that's the media term for it, when it's, like, blank.
Yes.
Yeah, it's called white noise.
White Noise, Black Noise? I don't know.
I think that's what they call it, empty noise.
White Noise 2 is a really good movie starring Nathan Fillion.
Is that on the Flixnet?
No.
Oh.
I can't find it anywhere either. I was looking
I
for
was
it when Blockbuster closed too. Started with Desert Bus.
Desert Bus finished?
Desert Bus finished! So, this is news. Huh.